Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you guys seen by the title, I wanted to do kind of a story time of where I'm at now, like job wise and career wise, because it's a lot. So if you guys want to listen to my story time and how I achieved this, like I didn't mention like certain product. It wasn't like a makeup tutorial. It was kind of like a story time, so I didn't really go into detail with the products that I use. But if you guys want to see this look come together and the story time that I have for you guys today, then just feel free and keep on watching. Again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to turn on that little bell so you guys are notified every single time I upload a new video. Hi guys, and welcome back. So for today's video, as you guys seen by the title, I wanted to do kind of like a life update kind of video. I'm going to be getting ready for work, and I just checked the time. I'm not late because now my job is closer to me, but I do got to speed it up. I'm not going to so much say the products that I'm using. If I get kind of like sidetracked or I don't have anything to talk about, then I will. But to start off, I just mixed my two primers, which is the L'Oreal Liquid Glow Illuminator and the Becca First Light Primer Filter. So I'm just gonna kind of go in and apply that over my face. And getting into the video, I didn't really like ask like anybody to ask me questions or anything of that sort, because when I do, let's be honest, I don't really get a lot of questions asked. So I kind of just wanted to do this video on my own and just kind of update you guys on what's been going on and stuff like that. So as you guys did hear me say in the beginning, I did get a new job finally. I did mention in one of my old videos, I want to say, yeah, I think I did, where I was working, but I won't say it now. But I was at this place. It was a salon, and honestly, when I first started, I was really happy. The only thing that kind of threw me off guard was when I had applied maybe like August or September maybe, and I didn't get like a call back until maybe like a month later. If I wanted to go to my orientation. So I like completely thought that they had forgot about me, but they didn't. So I got the call asking if I wanted to go in for my orientation. Obviously I said yes, and it was my first time working in a salon because I had just got my cosmetology license. So I was really excited, obviously, and especially because I was like, oh my god, like this company is so good, like da da da. Gosh. So I was thinking it was gonna be cool or whatever, and it was in the beginning. Obviously I was like the new girl, and there was obviously every single when you're like the new girl in some places, obviously people like look at you, and there's just some girls that just have like mean faces, I guess. So there was like a couple of those girls, but I wasn't really paying attention to like them because obviously I was there to work. I wasn't there to make friends or anything, even though I did. So when I had first started or whatever, everything was good, and then like time started going by, and I remember one of my friends now, when I had first started, she had told me, she was like, you're gonna see like who is friends with who, like little cliques pretty much. She was like, you're gonna see, and you're gonna pretty much end up choosing like who you want to talk to and who you want to hang out with, because I feel like that's how it is like at all jobs. Maybe I'm wrong, but me personally, in my experiences, maybe because it was like more of a salon setting, because I did work at like Wendy's and Subway before, but since that's like really fast food, well, Wendy's mostly, you don't really make time for friends, even though I did. And I still am friends with them to this day. But I don't know, I feel like you don't really have time for cliques because it's like fast food, so you kind of like literally all have to work together in some way, shape, or form. But with this one, I feel like since it was more like of a salon setting and people had, different schedules or different shifts, I feel like it was more like of a clique kind of setting. And right away when I started like being there like a couple of weeks, I obviously seen who was clicked up with who was friends with who. But like I said, I wasn't there to go into cliques or, make friends or whatever the case may be. Like, I was there to work, there to learn. But obviously, being there and, like, seeing, like, the cliques and who was clicked up with who, and seeing, like, who you can tell kind of was, like, that they wanted you to kind of, like, stay away from. Obviously, I ended up becoming friends with the friends that I do have now that I still talk to. I don't know, it was just weird. And not that I, like, would get mad, but there was days where I came home and I, like, would tell my fiance, like, oh my god, like, this happened today, or this happened today. And but honestly, I feel like it's like that at a lot of places. There's always, like, a couple of girls that don't like you or whatever the case may be. And after that, I was in November, I made my year barely. So I had left at my year already because I just couldn't take it anymore, and I will get into that. After that, let's see. After that, there were just a lot of things that I seen going on that to me wasn't fair. That, like, a couple of the other girls would do, and then, like, when me and my friends would do it or something, like, we would get in trouble for, or, you know. And I remember there's one incident where I believe, because, like, the rule was, like, that you couldn't go out and get anything to drink or to eat until you had been there for, like, 2 hours. So let's say I was there at 10, I couldn't get anything until 12. But obviously there were some times where I didn't eat in the morning, or, like, I was just thirsty and I didn't bring anything for me, like, to drink or to eat. So obviously I would go, and I wasn't the only one. We would go, like, literally really fast to go get something to drink. We wouldn't leave, like, it was in the mall. And so we would go to, like, the food court, and we would get something, you know, to drink, really harmless. Like, we're not causing no problems, whatever. And if it was really slow, then it was really slow. Like, we didn't have to, like, rush or anything of that sort. But I remember there's one time me and two friends went to go get something to drink, and my manager that was there at the time, she called the salon, and she was, like, asking where we were, and, like, my friend didn't know what to say, so she told her the truth. Like, she wasn't gonna lie to her, and she said, like, oh, you know, like, they went to go get something to drink, and it was barely, like, maybe 10:40, and then which was, yeah, kind of early. Like, we could have maybe waited at least an hour, but whatever. And so, like, when we got back, she was on the phone, and she wasn't so happy. So I think she like, ended up asking us, like, why we went to go get something to drink, if we know the rules, and we know that we're supposed to be there 2 hours and then go and get something, whatever. And then, like, we can hear her kind of, like, on the phone because she was kind of loud. But my issue was, which I brought it to the management's like, attention. My issue was the fact that all the other girls would do it, and they would be gone for, like, minutes, you know. Like, we were gone maybe max, like, 10 minutes. But they would be gone, like, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe even an hour sometimes. So that was my issue. My issue was, how come they can do it, but when we do it, it's a problem, you know? And we literally went just to go get something to drink. And so I didn't personally talk to the manager, but my friend didn't. Obviously, I can hear what she was saying. So that same day, me and my other friend had went to go speak to management, and we had went to go tell them, you know, our issue, how we didn't think it was fair that we got yelled at over the phone because of this, and that. When the other girls do it, or they do worse, or they're gone for longer, you know how that goes. And after that, he did tell me that he was going to bring it to her attention and, like, talk to her, yada yada. He ended up telling her who was the one that went to go and say something to him. And then it kind of just started happening from there, like, everything. I'm not going to get into too much detail, but just a lot of stuff started happening that was not okay. With management wise, just, like, employee wise, rule wise, like, it was just a lot. And unfortunately, some of the girls are no longer there, but I'm not gonna get into that. But after that, that was, like, when everything kind of stopped. It was, like, the end of October, beginning of November, when after all that had happened, it made me not want to be there, for one, because they were, I'm just going to say, like, just one part, because it's, like, the main reason of why I left. When everything kind of started happening, they were accusing certain people of, like, stealing, which was never true because they didn't have evidence. They were accusing a couple of people of stealing, me, like, including myself, which just took me off guard, like, completely, because I don't need to steal, and I don't feel the need to have to steal, and especially from a company that I work at. Like, let's be realistic. So when that had happened, everything was just kind of, like, piling on from when I had first started to, like, that big accusation. It kind of just made me not want to work there, honestly. And then, like, people saying that we weren't following the rules and whatnot. So it was just kind of getting to the point where, like, everybody was walking on eggshells because we didn't know, because honestly, like, the manager, like, of the store, she never came to us and she never told us, like, the rules, I guess. Yeah, when you do, like, your orientation, they explain to you, but when you work in a salon, it's kind of different, because with my orientation, it was kind of different because I was just on the computer, like, the whole time, like, the salon manager wasn't in there telling me, like, the rules, and even after that, she didn't really come up to me, she didn't really, like, tell me the rules. Obviously, like, I would hear from other, like, employees, like, oh, you can't do that, or oh, you can't do this, but me personally, I feel like I need a manager to come and tell me those things, not an employee. Like, that's not their job. So it was just getting to the point where everybody was kind of, like, walking on eggshells. Like, they didn't know what we can and can't do, just things like that. And it was just getting out of hand. And for one, we were just really, really slow. And I wasn't really making any money there, honestly. And it wasn't in a company that I could grow with. And I can just already see, because there had been girls there for, like, years, and they were in the same position that they were when they started. And I don't like that, just because I feel like as a stylist, you have so much room to grow, and, I feel like you need, those positions to go higher and higher. But in that case, you didn't. I don't know if it was the manager, whatever. But after that, I ended up, obviously, I talked to my fiance, and I had told him, like, I was literally contemplating, like, should I stay? Should I leave? Should I stay? Should I leave? The only reason why I wanted to stay was because I had a set schedule. So it was, like, a stable job. Like, I knew what days I had to go in. I knew what days I was going to have off. So I could kind of work my plans around work. But at the same time, I wasn't gonna stay at a job that I wanted. I needed to go to a new job that was going to benefit me in the long run. And so I ended up making the decision of leaving, and honestly, it was, like, the best decision, because I got a new job, and I got hired on that spot. I got hired on the spot at my new job, which has never happened to me before. Honestly, like, I wanted to cry, like, my eyes got so watery. But I like, love it. It's a totally different atmosphere, like, totally different. And I think what's different is the fact that at the salon that I was working in the beginning, it was 22 girls, but at the end, like, when everything kind of started happening, there was probably, like, just put it this way, we started with 22, 21 girls, and about 7 or 8 people got let go. So it was a lot of girls to start with, but I think what was different was the fact that this salon where I'm at now, it's only 7 or 8 girls. And they're older, so obviously they don't have time for all that drama. Whereas where I was at before, there was older girls there, which was considered, like, the masters, but they had, like, their clientele, so they weren't really paying attention to what was going on, like, not outside of work, but they weren't really paying attention to what was going on, like, outside of their clients, because, like I said, they had their own clients to worry about, and, they just did their own thing. So where I'm at now, it's, like, mostly older girls, which I'm really excited because, and they're really, really nice. Like, when I walked in, like, they all said hi. It wasn't too where, like, they were looking at me because I was going to be the new girl, and that's, like, my fear, and that's what I told my fiance too. Like, I hate getting new jobs because I don't want to be the new girl, and I don't want people like, oh my god, like, just whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know how girls can be. And so right now I'm only doing, like, my orientation, like, practicing, because they only do they only do like certain services there. So I'm doing that. But honestly, just doing that, I'm like so happy. And it's so weird to say that, like I'm happy with just like the trading like part or whatever, because I haven't even started like working on clients, and it's just a completely different like atmosphere, and I love it. And first of all, it's closer to my house, so I really like it. So that's where I'm at right now. Obviously, I'm still friends with the friends that I had at my other job, because they were truly my friends, and they're the ones that, you know, talked to me first, you know, that went out of their way to make conversation with me. Like, I didn't have to go and, like, I guess find it. Like, they kind of came and talked to me, you know, like, oh, they introduced themselves, like, they showed me around, and I just knew that they were friends that I was gonna stay friends with, like, outside of work, and we did. But even when we were at work, like, we would go out, just us, and we would go to eat, we would go to the movies, and they're just really good friends. So I'm happy. You win some, you lose some. In this case, I didn't lose anything. So yeah, that was kind of, actually it wasn't even like a live update, honestly, it was like a story time. But for my lips, I'm going to take this Lime Crime lip liner in Mudslide. I did this lip combo when I went out to dinner, but with my man, and I loved it. And then I'm going to take, this isn't the combo because the liquid lipstick that I use is not here, but the one that I did pair with this one that night was Leo by Jeffree Star. But I'm just going to take this Lime Crime liquid lipstick in Cindy. Okay, so that was pretty much it for this entire video. So like I said, it was more like of a story time. I really hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys want more videos like this, please feel free and let me know down below. That's pretty much all I have to say, and I will see you guys on the next one.